What's up, y'all? It's Paint Bruh. No, I said I wasn't going to do too many of these short little videos, but as I'm trying to pick up some traction on the channel and develop a little bit of a backlog before I start putting up some bigger stuff, I thought I would do a quick review of some kits for my Thousand Suns from Forge World. I realized I didn't see any of these up on YouTube. I'm not a kit reviewer. I don't plan on being a big kit reviewer per se. I think there are a lot of YouTubers that are far better at that and have cooler stuff to show off. But I realized that these guys hadn't gotten a lot of exposure, and I wanted to show you guys what came in the kits in case any of you guys plan on collecting Thousand Suns or you're looking for some bits, whatever would benefit you. I've got two kits here, two different kits. I've got the Thousand Suns Achean pattern heads, and then the Khenetai Blade Occult. I've got two of those, two 5-man squads. I really just, the Khenetai Blade Occult, I've heard are kind of glass cannons in the game, but pretty cool. I do want to run them as a 10-man squad. Cool aesthetic choice I think I want to make is running them in Mark III armor as opposed to the Mark IV armor. I'm honestly not a big fan of Mark IV armor aesthetically. I think I'm using the plastic kits from Prospero and Calf, and I think the Mark III armor looks less plastic. I know it's still different than the resin kits, which I do have some of, but the Mark IV just looks too, I don't know, simple to me. So I'm going to do these guys in Mark III, and ideally I'm going to be working some Mark II into my armies. I just like the kind of older aesthetic of that. I don't want to do any more of the modern armor sets. I like bulky and old looking, and I think that fits the Thousand Suns, and that, I don't know, if you're into all this occult and ancient knowledge and, you know, psycho type stuff, I don't know, I just think that aesthetic fits. Maybe you disagree, maybe it's not very fluffy. I know Mark IV was, you know, really popular and obviously is featured in a lot of the Prospero type stuff. What I was doing was hopping on my Instagram really quickly to give a shout out to the guy I stole the idea off of. Let's see, it's SB_miniatures. He's got some Khenetai Blade Occult with the Mark III, and I just think they look sick. Let's do a quick little test of how well screens show up on here. It's okay. Yeah, so check out SB Miniatures. He's posts some cool Thousand Sun stuff. I'm certainly inspired by some of it. So yeah, let's look at some of the kits. Let's move this to the side. As you guys know, I'm not editing any of this. I'm just shooting it all in one go. So we'll see how clean that comes out. I've cut out one of these. One is still in the box. If you want to know what they look like coming in the box, there you go. Just your usual packaging, the plastic clam packs, front artwork. It's to make a 5-man squad. Move that to the side. You're going to get 5 sets of double blades. You're going to get 5 torsos, and you're going to get 5 heads. The torsos and heads, I believe, are all identical. Let's take a look at a torso first. In fact, let's zoom in and see how that works out. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's look at the torsos first. They've got a cool, what would you say that is? Like a locust design on them or something like that. It is a Mark IV torso, I believe. So, I mean, it doesn't technically go with Mark III, but I think it looks cool, whatever. The casting on these was all really good. I didn't see any issues. The blades weren't warped at all, which they're super thin, so I was surprised by that. It is still early in the spring, I guess late in the spring. We haven't gotten into the summer months exactly, and maybe that's good for shipping. This stuff doesn't get warped really bad with the heat. Here's some of the blades. There is some variation in these. I don't know how many different blade poses there are, but there is a degree of variation. What I think I'm going to do is cut some of these at the forearm though, and try and pose them a little bit more dynamically, just so they're not all holding swords out at their sides kind of awkwardly. So we'll try and make them a little bit more dynamic. I'll obviously update you guys on that. Once again, really good casting. There is some flashing, but that's never a bad thing. Flashing generally means there's a filled mold, so there aren't any defects, no bubbles, anything like that. Here are the heads. Once again, I hope you guys are able to see everything here and that it's not too fuzzy or out of focus. Hopefully I'll improve on that as I continue to do this. These aren't the extreme tuning fork heads. They do have some degree of a tuning fork design though. They look good. They look a little shiny. I might actually have to give these guys another bath before I paint them. There is a lot of really fine detail. It's hard to see how that kind of faceplate separates from the actual helmet. I'm hoping I can paint that in enough detail to show off everything that comes through on these. But as you can see, there's no yeah, it was a really good cast. You can't even see, I don't know where the mold line runs on these guys, or if there's any cleaning necessary besides a little bit of flash that was on the sides of the helmets. So yeah, that was the Khenetai Blade Occult. So 10 sword arms, basically 5 torsos, 5 helmets. There's the whole lot all made into a mess. I think they're really cool. I don't know if I'll pick up any more than 10 guys of them, but I like them. Let's move those guys to the side. Let's take a look at the Achean pattern heads. Now, I think these are still available after the great model culling of last week. Great upgrade pack culling of last week on Forge World websites. I think these guys survived that. I really hope they do, because I like them. Hopefully they sold a little bit better. These are the tuning fork head guys. I already cut these guys out of the pack. I haven't washed them yet though. But let's get them up close. We'll go in for another zoom. Let me know if this zoom like gives you guys like terrible motion sickness or something. These are cool. They've got like the venting on one side of the helmet. The other side is smooth. I think it just breaks things up nicely. It's kind of got like on the Airman model, it's got like this Egyptian type design coming off of the eye. I think that'll look really cool. Definitely need to make sure I do an oil wash or some gloss nuln or something to fill that in and not obscure the detail, because I'm certainly not going to be able to do that with a brush. I'm not that good at painting. But yeah, these guys look really good. Once again, would love to put these on some Mark III or Mark II guys. Looks like there's a little bit of a bubble on the back there, but that'll obviously never be seen. This kit just comes with 10 heads, nothing too crazy about it. It's overpriced for sure. Speaking of price, I wanted to say these guys, the Achean heads, are $20 US or 12 British pounds. That US dollar figure is coming from the 2018 Forge World catalog that I have here to my side, as is the pound mark. I think that's the same as is on the website. The Khenetai Blade Occult looks like they are 33 bucks and 20 pounds. I think that is, I don't know, a more fairly priced upgrade kit, just to zoom back out and give you guys some more motion sickness. $33 compared to $20. You're just getting a lot more. The heads are overpriced in my opinion, but they look cool and I'll certainly be picking up more of them. One thing I had actually thought about doing is just buying some more of the Khenetai Blade Occult, using these, are these Force axes or Force swords? I'm not sure. I think they're swords. Using the swords for like captains and sergeants, using the heads as a head upgrade pack, and then for all these other arms that I don't want to use, just chopping the hands off and selling the bits of the swords. And the arms will give this really cool I don't know, aesthetic to other models because they have this like Egyptian banding around the forearm. So it would, and then you get the torsos as well, which, you know, this scaraby beetle flying locust type bug thing certainly is very distinctive, but it would be like getting an upgrade pack. You're just having to hack it up a little bit. So that's something I would consider doing, but I don't know, that might be a little bit too much work. We'll see what the hobby budget allows for later on. But yeah, I wanted to just show off these kits just because I hadn't, you know, seen anybody do a review of them. I might be missing it. I'm trying to think. The Outer Circle, they collect a lot of Thousand Sun stuff. Maybe they put it up or something. But here's some more viewing for you guys. Smash that like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Would love to get some more followers on here. As far as upcoming videos, like to showcase the Rhino after I get it put together, get these guys assembled, put some paint on them, just show you guys some more painted stuff, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna upload this to my Instagram and spam everybody's feed and annoy them, hopefully get some more subscribers and views and all that. But yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. Bye.